Again, the project was financed by money raised at the fundraisers. 1970 brought the addition of some much-needed equipment to the Peotone Fire Department. A new fire engine with a 1,250-gallon per minute pump and a 1,000-gallon tank. This new engine was purchased through the efforts of the volunteers by the use once again of fundraisers and donations by the citizens of Peotone and the rural areas. A Ford club wagon was also purchased to be used for inhalator calls and to carry personnel to fires. A major step was taken by the volunteers beginning in 1974 to increase the emergency medical services to the village and rural areas. The first group of paramedics graduated from Ingalls Memorial Hospital in Harvey, Illinois. It was only the second class to be offered by the South Cook County EMS system. On May 15, 1975, the first public ambulance was put into action by the Peotone Volunteer Fire Department. This fully equipped advanced life support ambulance was again purchased through fundraising efforts and through the donations of many groups, organizations, and even private individuals. It was the first unit of its kind to be put in service in Will County. A second ambulance was purchased in 1976 and was fully equipped and operational in early 1977. Also in 1976, a rescue truck was purchased. Again, through fundraising and donations, the truck was made by Emergency One and equipped with a 500-gallon tank, a 250-gallon per minute pump, a 5,000-watt generator, and floodlights for use in night work. The truck also was equipped with side compartments for carrying rescue equipment. This truck is in service today. 1976 saw the making of national news when 28 cars of a southbound Illinois Central Gulf freight train derailed south of Peotone. One of the derailed tank cars was believed to contain a product called caustic soda, a substance very similar to lye. A portion of the village had to be evacuated until it was determined that there was no health hazard present. The fire department was on the scene for over 20 hours. This happened to be the fifth derailment in a period of 10 years, all virtually at the same spot. Another significant change took place in 1977, a change of leadership to the fire department. Alan Harms was retiring after serving 10 years as chief. He did remain an active member to the department. Lanson Russell, a member of the department since 1964 and a captain since 1968, was appointed chief by the village president. Russell went on to become the first full-time chief of the department in 1983. Upon Russell's appointment to chief, he also brought with him Cliff Oliver as deputy chief and Laverne Kane as assistant chief. Chief Russell would lead the department into the next 10 years. He was instrumental in helping to form the Peotone Fire Protection District. The Fire Protection District was formed by a referendum in 1978. The formation of the Fire Protection District gave the department the ability to purchase new equipment and maintain a high level of service and training without having to solicit donations from the public. The referendum passed by an overwhelming margin of 689 votes for and 183 votes against. 3 trustees were then appointed by the Will County Board to oversee the district. The 3 original trustees were Dr. James Nadler, Gerald Burkhart, and Jack Pierce. The trustees would then be elected by the residents of the district in the future. 1980 saw many members of the department beginning to increase their skill and knowledge by attending fire science classes offered by Joliet Junior College at the Peotone Fire Station. A new Horton ambulance was also purchased in 1980 to replace the original ambulance put into service in 1975. A new Pierce engine was purchased in 1983. This was the first piece of equipment owned by the department with a crew cab, diesel engine, and automatic transmission. Its first run came during the Will County Fair. It also had a 1,250-gallon per minute pump and a 1,000-gallon tank. The month of June was a month not soon to be forgotten by firefighters. After a day-long training session burning an old house on Saturday, the firefighters would battle one of the largest fires in recent history on Sunday evening. The fire at the second-story restaurant at Red Fox Grocery, which was housed below it, threatened the entire downtown business district. But through efforts of the Peotone Fire Department, its pre-planning, and numerous mutual aid departments, the fire was contained to one structure. The following day, Peotone responded, with mutual aid, to New Lenox to stand by at their station after an explosion and fire at the Union Oil Refinery in Lamont. After a few hours at the station in New Lenox, the crew was sent into the refinery to relieve crews that had been there since the original explosion. 1985 saw the implementation of the 911 emergency system to serve Peotone and the surrounding area. This system would aid in dispatching help in even a quicker manner than before. Also in 1985, a new ambulance was put into service to replace the ambulance used since 1977. New leadership came again to Peotone in 1987, when Deputy Chief Clifford Oliver became chief when Lance and Russell resigned to take the chief's position in Villa Park, Illinois. Assistant Chief John Young moved up to assume the duties of Deputy Chief. Chief Oliver would then lead the department into the 90s. In 1992, the Horton ambulance purchased in 1985 was re-chassied and continues to serve the district today. A new brush truck was also purchased in 1992. This would enable the department to better fight field fires in bad conditions that were not reachable prior to this because of the weight of the vehicle. The brush truck is also equipped with a generator and floodlights for use in night operations. At the close of 1992, the fire department would move into its new facility on Joliet Road. This beautiful building would serve the district for many years, even decades to come. Currently, the Fire Protection District is under the direction of three very hard-working trustees. Ivan Hansbrook is secretary, Roger Hoop is treasurer, and Alan Harms serves as president of the board. The district was struck by tragedy in January of 1993 when Gerald Burkhart, at the time the president of the board and one of the original trustees, died suddenly. Mr. Harbs was appointed by the Will County Board to fulfill his term until the next election. The Peotone Fire Department is currently staffed by over 50 men and women, 18 of which are paramedics and many more serve as EMTs. Every firefighter is required to achieve certification as a State of Illinois Firefighter 2 through the State Fire Marshal's Office. Many more have gone on to even higher levels of certification, including certified divers. Countless hours go into the schooling to receive these certifications, and many more hours go into training and responding to actual fire and ambulance calls. The members of the Peotone Fire Department appreciate the support they receive from the community and pledge to continue to strive to bring you a high level of professional fire protection and ambulance service now and in the years to come.